New tonight and only on News 5. Charlie Hall, like Arizona Senator John McCain, has glioblastoma, and we don't know the details of Senator McCain's diagnosis other than he said it's very grim.
Charlie Hall is a Colorado Springs man who shares the same form of brain cancer, and he's pretty clear on his diagnosis. Ira Cronin has his story.
Ask Charlie Hall about anything, and he seems to have a joke. Like his first $3 guitar his father bought him when he was 11.
It fretted like a barbed wire fence, I remember that.
Or like in the 90s, when he and a friend decided they needed a place to play.
Where people just get in front of a listening audience that was less drunk and just have a listening audience to play in front of.
The group found their way to the Black Forest Community Center, and what's evolved is the Black Rose Acoustic Society that's still going strong today.
Everybody paid $1 a head, play or not, and Murray, who was tighter than 2 coats of paint, covered the shortfall on the rental, and we just had time of our lives.
Then in November of 2016, Charlie came down with a nasty cold that he couldn't seem to shake.
I was still getting pretty bodacious headaches, and we thought it was just sinus infection. But then I started having a couple of little episodes. They'd happen once every couple of days, I guess, where I'd be a little disoriented, a little nauseated, and I'd have this predictable taste in my mouth, or taste sensation.
He was eventually sent for an MRI that led to a biopsy, and that's when they discovered it.
Drilled a hole in my noggin, and sure enough, it was glioblastoma.
Dr. Robert Hoyer is Charlie's oncologist.
There's 4 different types of malignant brain tumors. Patients with higher grade tumors, such as the grade 4 tumors, that's what we call the glioblastoma multiforme, which is the most aggressive form of brain tumor that's not curable. In Charlie's case, there were multiple tumors clustered together.
And wouldn't you know, Charlie even has a crack or two about his diagnosis.
Well, I just thought, I don't have to worry about knocking off 40 pounds now. I don't have to worry about outliving retirement money. I don't mean this to sound silly, but I've just always said, okay, how are we going to spin this?
Charlie still has his tough days.
Let's try it again.
But his love of people and music and the love of his family are all a strength to him.
And I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have Marianne as my wife. She's besides just being herself, she's a great caregiver. And I couldn't ask for anybody, oh God, she's just great that way.
Charlie was already well into his battle with terminal brain cancer when Senator John McCain's diagnosis of glioblastoma was made public. And true to form, Charlie had a thought or two when he heard the news.
I'm thinking the guy's riding my coattails. I'm thinking he found out that Charlie got a free wheelchair at the airport, and now he gets one. No, the truth is, I don't know where his is and stage-wise. I don't have a real good handle on where mine is, stage-wise. When they first diagnosed it, they said, well, you know, you're not going to make it out of this. This is going to take you out. And since then, I've been given a little more encouragement. And, you know, we can hope. I figure if I get another 12 months out of this, of actual function, that's good. That's good. I'm good with that. If I lose my ability to speak or swallow, I won't have a good attitude.
Despite his great outlook on life, the reality of Charlie's diagnosis remains, even after chemo and radiation.
After about a year, in most cases, it will start growing back or spreading to other parts of the brain.
You get through it for a while, but at some day, it will flare up, and it doesn't take long for this to take you out finally.
Charlie really illustrates the concept of living with cancer, and this is something that we hope all patients can achieve, which is he has a very serious disease. It's not curable. He has a really positive outlook, and he's been able to continue with the music.
And through many people who Charlie has touched with his music, the music will always live on. The Optune device Charlie wears on his head almost 18 hours a day has a track record of adding about 4 months on average to the life of people with glioblastoma. Now, for more about that and other experimental treatments doctors are working on, you can go to the online version of this story for bonus web-exclusive content at KOAA.com. For News 5, I'm Ira Cronin.